Hi, my name is Ashely Willis, and we are at Rockstar Studios, and you're watching BOSS Chronicles. Hi, my name is Ashely Willis, and my business is Queenly Confidence LLC. You can find us on Instagram at Queenly Confidence, on Facebook at Queenly Confidence LLC, and online at www.queenlyconfidence.org.
Okay, so we're just going to start off by asking you, how did you get your start? What's your origin story?
So my origin story starts in high school. I was a part of an after-school program called Beautiful School Tour, and we put on fashion shows every year. So I was on the executive board as the model coach. So after that, I pretty much started my modeling career and went off to college. And one of the students actually inboxed me and told me how much of an impact I made on her during that time and how I helped to shape her to the woman that she was then. So I took classes at the International Performing Arts Academy, and I actually finished and then became a student. Became a teacher at the International Performing Arts Academy. And then after that, I also started teaching my own students and not charging for it. It was something that I enjoyed doing, and I know that I was impacting people doing so. So that is what that's what made me think about fully taking this into a business, making it into a business.
Okay, so when people come to you for modeling training, what should they expect?
So we have two different paths here at Queenly Confidence. We have a self-confidence coaching portion, and we also have a modeling portion. So everyone starts together. That's when I dig deep into everybody. I see what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and then we go through different things like etiquette, teach about your face shape, and how to do your makeup, talk about your body type, and how to do basic nutrition and health for your body type, and then your body shape and how to dress it. So we go through all of that, and then continuing on with the modeling, we do a photo shoot for everybody to show how far they came along. And then for the models, we take them further for another 4 weeks, and we teach them more about the modeling industry, how to get into the modeling industry, what to have in a model bag, what you should expect coming into the industry.
All right, awesome. What ages do you work with?
So my ages start at 10, and I go up to adulthood. So there is no cap on who wants to help.
Awesome. So at 46, I would be okay coming in and starting modeling training?
Come on in. we welcome all.
Awesome. That's so cool. So when someone contacts you, what are the steps that they can expect? Like breaking it down, like the first thing that they're going to do is what?
So the first thing they would do is just go on the website and book a session. Then I have my contact information. So I call the person, I tell them, I ask them which session they want. There are two different sessions. Like I said, we have the modeling coach, and then we also have the self-confidence. So once I know where they're from, I'll talk to them. We'll have more in-depth conversations, and then we'll get them started.
Okay, awesome. So how long have you been doing this brand? How long would you say?
This brand is a fresh baby.
All right.
I started November of last year.
Oh, fresh baby.
Yes. But I got my LLC certification in March of this year.
Awesome. Okay.
So we're fresh.
Yeah.
We're really fresh.
So what are some of the goals you have for your brand for this year?
So of course it's to become bigger and better, because I did have two students that started with me. I do have to have their fashion event. So for every time we have our program, we do a big fashion event to celebrate everyone. I do a crowning, and then during the fashion event, they're featured with all the designers that we're working with that night. And they get a certificate of completion, they get crown queens, and then they also get swag, a nice little swag bag from us. So that's what they do.
Awesome. Okay. So I mean, it sounds like you've got your foot all the way in, and you're getting started with this. What challenges have you faced so far?
Monetizing what I do. Knowing that I bring value, but I also want to be reasonable and affordable. I don't want someone coming to me like that much. You know, I'm like, no, you know, we can work with you when it comes to pricing and things like that. We also offer payment plans, so you don't have to pay it all up front. And that was like the hardest thing. It's just monetizing my value.
And just knowing where that lies and how to balance it with what people can do. Yeah, I definitely know that. And then, have you had any training as an entrepreneur, like marketing courses or business classes, anything like that?
I did study business at St. Xavier University, so I do have a bachelor's in business administration.
Okay.
And it taught me basic business tools, but not how to run your own business.
Yeah.
But I'm blessed because I have a mentor, so my mentor has been a big help so far.
Awesome.
Yes.
Tell me more about that. Tell me about your relationship with your mentor and how that helped you.
So, I'm a little goofy when it comes to her, but I met my mentor in February. I did a show with her during All-Star Weekend, and I was so terrified because I loved how she worked. I saw her drive, and I love that she's the same color as me. And so I approached her, and I was like, you know, I usually don't do this. I don't know how you are, but I would love to have you as a mentor. And she was like, of course, like no problem. She was like, and it was funny because she just got to a point where she was open to having a mentee again. Her name is Hannah Griffin, and so far she's just been like, okay, you can rest now during the COVID season, but she's like, you can rest now. When the world opens up, we're going to do a whole lot, so I need you to be prepared for what's to come. But I've had my homework. I've had to study. I've had to call, check in, because she's not in Chicago. She's actually in New York.
Okay.
So I love her. She's amazing.
Awesome. That's really good. So yeah, I think it is important to sometimes have a mentor that can kind of walk you through the steps to keep you from any pitfalls. Have there been any pitfalls that you've had to face before teaming up with her?
Not really, because I was just, with me launching, and I did have my two students, they kind of went through the ups and downs of me trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work, how I should do things. I was working with a woman with her venue, so that's kind of a pitfall that I had because of timing, scheduling, things like that. The weather getting in the way, people may have to cancel, and then I don't need the space anymore, but yeah, I'm still paying money for the space, so it was things like that. But other than that, no, not really.
Okay, awesome. So what has been the most fulfilling thing you've experienced while building this brand?
So the most fulfilling thing is having my two students, because the first day that I launched, I didn't have anybody show up. So I was there. I was like, okay, we're here, you know, we're ready. I put the information out there for everyone to know, but no one showed up. But to have my two students come to the modeling portion, and that was great. So I was like, okay, we have a chance. It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
Yeah.
But that's my most fulfilling thing that has happened so far. Yes.
Can I ask you, I was looking at your site, and I love the fact that you're separating basically confidence training from modeling training. And am I right to assume that anyone, regardless of whether they want to be a model or not, can come in for confidence training?
Yes.
Now, what made you decide to do that?
So in high school, throughout grammar school, going into high school, I struggled with my self-confidence. And I was always the super tall, lanky Oreo in the room. And I never really fit in too much. But starting with BGC as a freshman and finding my truth, helping others helped me to build my self-esteem. So I just know that I can help others to be able to bring their self-esteem out and be able to be confident within their own skin, because there is a stigmatism of what beauty is and what people what the people envision what beauty is, and is not it.
Yeah.
You can't put a mold on what beauty is.
That's right.
Everyone's beautiful in their own type of way. So it's just being able to bring that self-confidence out to people who feel like, man, like I'm not pretty enough, or I don't fit that mold.
I love that. I love that you're offering that, because I don't think it's something that is as widespread as it should be. And many of our young women need confidence boosting. They need empowerment, to feel empowered. So I love that you're doing that.
And then especially when you have younger children, like I see videos of our babies. I don't look pretty. My hair is not right. I want my hair straightened. And I have a 3-year-old daughter, so I remind my daughter every day, you're beautiful. Don't let no one tell you you're nothing less than beautiful. You're gorgeous. Your curls and your coils are beautiful. And she said, I'm pretty, mommy. I said, yes, baby, you're beautiful. because I don't want anybody to be able to come to my daughter, step to her and tell her that she's not, and then she goes back running to me like, Mom, they said, and I'm like, like I told you,
She's gonna
you're
believe
beautiful.
that
You're my
you're
princess.
beautiful.
You're beautiful.
That's right. Awesome. I love that. Um, is there anyone in your life, you know, when I think about you talking about your relationship with your daughter, first off, that's awesome. I love that you're doing that with her. Would you say that there's someone in your life that influenced you in that way or just, you know, touched your life?
My daughter is the biggest blessing because she has gone through things with me, and she's my added strength when I don't have any. I look at her and I'm like, no, I have to do this for you. I have to do it for you. So that's a one main person who has really been there. My mentor also in high school, her name is Melanie, and Melanie Mosley, I should say, and she helps me to know how to make it into a business. She helped me with the business plan back in high school, and it's just sat there.
Awesome. Okay.
So it's just being able to go back to that point of time and be able to say, like, you made this more possible for me. Like, I didn't think of making it into a business at all. I was like, oh, I'm in high school, something fun to do, you know. I enjoyed it, but to actually make a business out of it was never came across my mind.
Yeah, that's really awesome. That's so cool. So shouts out to Miss, what's it, Melanie?
Melanie Moses.
Melanie Moses. Shouts out to Miss Moses. Awesome. Name 2 things that you do for yourself on a daily basis.
On a daily basis, I like to read and try to be creative in some type of way, whether it's art, whether it's making logos, whether it's just like putting the pen to the paper some type of way, I'm doing it. And reading, I try to read a chapter of a book every day or make time to at least read something because I have to keep my mind focused or just trying to change different habits and things like that. So I like self-help books and books that just make me better so that I can make other people better.
Awesome. And would either of those be for joy, or do you have something else that you do for yourself on a regular basis, just for joy?
Just for joy, well, I like to spend time with my friends. I have 2 main friends that I spend most of my time with, and that's Renee and Marcus. So they're both entrepreneurs as well, and they're like one of my biggest fans, and we're all working together to just make things better and be able to start something to where other entrepreneurs can all get together and we can all work together and keep it within us.
We definitely want some connections with them and get them out here.
Yes, I have to bring them here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And last thing, what would you say is the single most important piece of advice that you can give to either an entrepreneur that's out here or someone who's aspiring?
So, if you're aspiring, the thing that's key is to not let fear hold you back. Because I was terrified when I started, and I was talking to my friends like, I'm so scared, but I'm doing it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna happen. So just being able to not let fear stop you from anything. Just keep pushing. Whenever you feel like you're afraid or you feel like you're outside of your comfort zone, that means you're doing it right. If you're too comfortable with where you are, something has to switch up, something has to change. And then if you're already an entrepreneur, it's just knowing what you can do to just develop yourself, develop your skill set, and develop your business as much as possible.
Awesome. Ashely, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming out and talking with us today. Is there anything else that you would want viewers to know about you, about Queenly Confidence, or just in general?
So, viewers, honestly, it's just being able to understand that the world has a lot more to offer you. So don't put yourself in a box and just make it seem like, oh, I have to work a 9-to-5 job, or where I grew up this way, I was raised this way, so it's understanding and just be able to break all the barriers and shoot past the stars. I say I have no limits. I don't shoot for the sky, I don't shoot for space, stars, nothing. I shoot for as far as I can reach. So just, you have no limits, just do it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ashely. I appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.